guys, what's going on? Johnny here, the Supplement Advisor. So here we are with a very special pre-workout once again from the boys all the way up from Poland. A big thank you to Wojciech and Dominic, Darklabs. Love you guys. Here it is here. I know it's been a long time coming, but it is here, boys. I have brought it home. It is crack Primal, and just the label itself, bro. The label itself. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. It's just something about Darklabs, man. Whenever they release a product, it's so special. Like, you have to get your hands on it because if you've obviously used the original crack and crack gold, etc., you know how good their pre-workouts are. It is insane. It is mental. Yes, it's not going to be to everyone's liking, but hey, who gives a shit? Each to their own. But when it comes to a hardcore brand, in my opinion, none are like Darklabs, bro. It's just, they give you something time and time again, man, where you're going to hold on to it and be like, I wonder what's next. And this year they've given us a lot of options. Undead King, Barbarian, my favorite, and also, of course, the Crack Primal Edition. They are absolutely crushing it, but at the same time, they're still releasing some goodness. And also, it is important to mention, again, guys, like, I kind of see the resemblance of each and every single Darklabs crack product is out there, and I'm like, I understand where people are coming from, like, oh, it's the same product, but just different labeling. Nah, not really, bro. I mean, you have to, like, as I said, like, I just go in, I look at the label, okay, cool, crack Primal. I'm not going to study this and be like, oh shit, this looks very, very similar to Undead King. It's exactly the same. No, bro, I go in there, like, literally with every pre-workout, I just take it and say, okay, let's see how this works. I'm not going to be like, oh my word, this has to work just like crack Undead King because it's the same formula, isn't it? Nah. As I said, maybe that's a bit too mindless of me, but hey, that's how I roll. And with this, obviously, it feels different. It feels different to any of the others. It does. Then we're going to get into the ingredient profile real quick. So firstly, citrulline malate 2:1, 6 grams. Pumps performance, beta adenine, clinical 3.2 grams. Performance, recovery, agmatine sulfate 1 gram. Then you got your beta phenylthamine hydrochloride 500 milligrams, alpha GPC 50%, so nice, 250 milligrams, really decent. Normally with hardcore brands, they kind of like say, alpha GPC, don't really mention the purity, and it's lower dose. They might say low purity 250 milligrams, you think you gain that, but in actuality, it's normally standardized at 50%, so you actually gain 125 milligrams. So just think, guys. Then you got your L-tyrosine 500 milligrams. Could be higher at 1 gram. I'd like to see that, but it's chilled. Is what it is. Still decent dose. Then you got your N-phenyl dimethylamine citrate 300 milligrams. You got your caffeine anhydrous 300 milligrams. 2-amino 250 milligrams. Guys, obviously, as I'm reading this with the phenamines and stuff, a lot of stimulants, of course. Then you got your decaffeine malate 200 milligrams. Caffeine citrate 175 milligrams. Header section 150 milligrams, no pep 30 milligrams, iso, epinephrine 25 milligrams, very low dose. Then you got your naringin, 12.5 milligrams, piperine, and then also lastly to add as also you got your alpha yo 1.75 milligrams. Now, guys, obviously there are some areas there that can be slightly higher, your no pep and your synephrine as well, and also your naringin as well, but it's all about how the combination and synergy works. So there isn't too much outright when it comes to pumps. I mean, like with every other crack, unless you make like a crack pump edition or something, pumps are meant to be the highlight. I mean, of course, when you think of crack, actual crack, you're thinking of something illicit, something mad. You're not thinking of out and out pumps. I know that's the thought basis and process of many, like, oh, there's not enough pumps in this, but it's honestly about how it works. And this one, to me, it worked differently as a dimension, but yeah, there's a lot of stims, as you can imagine, when it comes to crack. That's what they're known for, hectic stims, gray area stims, but it's each to their own in this kind of category, especially in the hardcore scene. To me, they are dominating because they're expanding and they aren't stopping, and I love that. New products, new releases. There's something beautiful about that, like a company that this year they've really taken the bar and they've raised it substantially, and I love that. I love that they're going into more lifestyle kind of things as well, like the pimp, I think it is the stim free pre-workout. That's cool, even with the muscle builder as well. It's nice. obviously the pimp is meant to be added to the cracks, because crack kind of leaves like a lot available in terms of needing a pump. So beautiful addition there. Anyways guys, so we get to the flavor, pineapple sangria. Now I was very wary about this flavor because Darklabs don't make great tasting products per se. Honestly, it's rough for the most part. Don't get me wrong. What I mean? For me, when I use a pre-workout anything, I just want the performance elements. I don't really care about taste per se, but it does help if it tastes good. It really does, because if you're drinking it multiple times a week, or even that once or twice that you do have it, you want it to taste decent, not something where you just down it and then you shiver down your spine. So your pineapple sangria, I actually liked it. The flavor grew on me. I know initially I said my taste test was about a 7, but kind of grew to 7.5 to an 8. Like, it's really decent. Gave it to some other friends who like pineapple, Mo, and he loved it. So I was like, damn, this is really a good flavor, dude. This is really a good flavor. So I'm really proud of Darklabs for this one, bro. This pineapple was a risk, because companies don't make great tasting pineapples for the most part. There are a few that do, but for the most part, no, it's always a miss from what I have experienced in my years of using pineapple flavored pre-workouts. So how does this compare to the other cracks? Well, to be honest with you guys, this is one of my more preferable cracks for a kind of like hardcore, I won't say daily, but something where I used it, I loved it, because it was constant, it was clean, there's no jitters, no pulps, no feeling like you're literally gonna die. That's literally how some of the others feel. It's primarily crack cold. Sometimes, shit, I took a hiatus of that and came back. Bro, I remember one time my eyesight kind of almost like went. I don't know what happened, but hectic shit. As I said, not for everyone, but hey, each shit on. So with this one, I just felt like it's more of a like tolerable one, where I even gave a full serving again to a friend, Mo, and he loved it. He wasn't off his head. And I remember when I gave him, I think it wasn't even a full serving of crack gold, but he didn't have a pleasurable experience. He had to actually stop his workout. So I just feel that this is like more, I wouldn't say lifestyle based, bro. It's more like it's a hardcore pre-workout. Don't get me wrong. It hits you. You're in the zone. Nothing weak about this pre-workout at all. But I just found it more preferable than the others. I found this better than Under King. I found this better than Crack Gold. Just for the fact that there's no side effects whatsoever. Keeps you dialed in the workout from start to finish. You kind of maintain the same intensity, which I feel very beneficial, especially if you wanting to build muscle. You want to keep that like level of intensity and strength throughout the workout, not just the beginning portion or segment, but right up until the end. So it's really a beautiful pre-workout. I love it. Never really thought I'd use beautiful and crack in the same sentence, but this is a beautiful one, because no side effects, bro. It's just, it gives you like good aggression, good intensity, and it makes you really push. Fruitful, labor generating pre-workout, because it just gives you that push, and you can go from start to finish with and maintain the same level of intensity without having the crash again, without any side effects at all. So honestly speaking, one of my favorite cracks. I'll rank this. It's hard because, okay, I'll say Barbarian number one outright. Yes, there are the sides, but the way it makes you feel is intense, bro. Where this is, less intense, but makes you feel great. No sides whatsoever, and that's obviously highly recommended in my book, especially if it's your first crack to go for. I'll say if you're gonna go for this as your first crack, it is really quite a good choice. I ain't gonna lie. It's not as strong, but at the same time, you kind of get all the elements that you would expect from quote unquote a crack, but without the sides. So beautiful pre-workout, absolutely amazing. I love it. So for me, this actually ranks my second favorite crack out there. And obviously each to their own, we all gonna have our own preference, but for me, I just think that Darklabs have done such a great job, and maybe there's gonna be another launch of a different crack, and I'm excited for that one. As I say, guys, don't judge a pre-workout just by its label. You actually have to go and physically use it, and then you can truly say, hey, you know what, it is the exact same copycat pre as this one, because the formula is exactly the same. But no, this one actually hit differently, and It's one that I probably preferred more than most pre-workouts out there, literally, and one of the best releases this year, honestly speaking. And yeah, if you're looking for a good starter pre-workout in the hardcore illicit gray area kind of realm, this one, bro, this one, literally. So again, thank you for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Remember to use my discount code TSA10 to save 10% on your Darklabs purchase today. Really, guys, if you haven't used it, why haven't you used it? Okay, I understand you're scared, but just use it, bro. You'll thank me for that one. Anyways, great job from Darklabs once again. Crack Primal edition, absolutely amazing. Rating 9.4 out of 10. Just a beautiful pre-workout, bro. I ain't gonna say more than that.